My other advice for artists that want to get known is to be online. Have a presence on ArtStation. Even though I do a lot of recruiting, even though I see a lot of people every day, people who have strong images and strong portfolio on ArtStation are still probably the first, the first line of recruiting that we do, because if you have spectacular images online, they're easy to forward. It's easy to send a link to the person right next to you. It's easy to send through an email, so it's really important to have a presence online as long as everything is solid.
Put your portfolio out there as a work in progress. Ask other artists, ask other people for feedback. The best feedback you can get is from other like-minded people like yourself.
And that's the only way you're going to get better, is to ask feedback from people.
I think networking especially is about building your confidence. You get to meet lots of different people, so you start to build your confidence. So day one, you're not too sure, and there's lots of different people, and it's really overwhelming. And it was for me this week, it was for me. I've never met so many talented people all in one place over the space of 48 hours. It was crazy.
And if people see me outside, or even while I'm not recruiting, and they want to come and talk about the industry or what to do better, I'm always happy to answer, because I remember being there, and I always appreciated people who took the time to actually just go down to my level at the time and talk about what they're doing.
If you network at an event like Trojan, it gives you the opportunity to get to build your confidence, your communication skills, and get to know each other and share ideas and knowledge. But also, when you walk away from a networking event and you then maybe think, okay, I'm going to apply for jobs, you get an interview, you go to a face-to-face environment. It's not scary because you've done it before,
So I think it's really important to do that. I think it's really important to show your work to other people. It's really important to let your defenses down and then just hear it, not only from the industry professionals, but also from fellow artists that are also trying out for the same job that you are.
Social media is great for sharing your portfolio, asking for advice, showcasing who you are. You just have to do it in the right way. Twitter is also great for that. People probably aren't as interested in what you're having for breakfast. But at the end of the day, they are really interested in, what you're trying to create. So, are you having a day where you're just blocking everything out and you're spending a day just being creative, just creating beautiful work, updating your portfolio? What are you doing?
So I know that applying through a website is always, people think that it goes to the trash directly, but really it doesn't. Even if we've talked at THU, and I've always encouraged people to sign up on the website anyway, because it gets logged into our database. That way, if I lose the card, it's still there. If you send me an email, I'll look at it for sure, but I get a lot of email every day. And it's easy to just, it gets the matrix a little bit, your inbox. So at least it's logged into the database. There's a trace, and then all the supervisors will get to see it. So then that way they can react to it. It's logged. We can all give feedback, and then if it's interesting, you will hear back from us for sure.
By the way, guys, if you sent your application to us and we didn't reply, it's not because we don't want to do it or we don't like it. It's just because we receive lots of them, and to reply to all of them, we would have to hire 2 additional people to the recruitment team just to sit and reply the emails. So sorry for that. It's not because out of respect.
In 3D, you cannot work for yourself. It's impossible, because your character is going to be manipulated by at least 8 people. So it's not yours. It's everyone's. And if I can see that you can convey that with your drawings, then you're in. If you're working for yourself, look how beautiful this is, look how I did it, then I don't think 3D is the path you should be following.
Diversity, definitely more mobile and sort of browser and social games, definitely. When it comes to, big console development and huge shooter titles, that sort of thing, it's more pigeonholed, definitely.
Concept design, character modeling, rigging and effects, and character animation also are all kind of specialist positions. If you're a generalist and you want to apply to Blur, the best position for that is probably the one that we call scene assembler. Scene assemblers are, what the generalists we used to do, and they usually do environment modeling, they do lighting, they do rendering, and they do compositing. So, and that's usually a position that traditionally leads to supervising a project. Because it kind of shows you the entirety of the pipeline. You know some modeling, you know some texturing, and then you can take a shot all the way to the end.
If you can use ZBrush at least to know how to, from a sphere to make a character, that will make you the idea how difficult for these people is to give an interpretation of your drawing. So you need to be kind, and in order to be kind to other people, you need to know them. So I think if you know something about that, that will make your work easier.
The passion is important, so they should play games. I mean, if they don't play games and they don't want to create this kind of stuff, they won't be able to understand it. It's like with drugs, you know. You can't only produce them, you have to take them as well to understand how they work. Just kidding.
Well, you know, we always say that we're not hiring a portfolio. I know it sounds a bit odd after what I said, but we're not looking for a CV. We're looking for a person.
And I think we're looking for someone that has good communication skills, that you can engage with, that you don't have to prompt the right responses to questions.
So even if you are a very talented artist, it's also important who you are as a person, because we really care about our culture.
You can see enough of a connect there with the individual that they will fit the studio and fit within the teams. That's really important, aside from the skills.
If we're looking for an art director, there are super good illustrators or concept artists out there. But in my opinion, because I like to take care of my team, not everybody can supervise a team of super good people. You know, super good people is a kind-hearted, and we have a very kind-hearted team in the art department. And so we're looking for people that don't break that atmosphere, you know.
We need like nice, kind people who are humble and open, and
someone that understands how important it is to us to listen, to hear other opinions.
For instance, if you are a very, very talented artist and you come to us and we are excited about your skills, if you then are behaving badly or like a snob or something, we're not interested.
We always say that we don't make difference between a junior or a senior, of course, in responsibility, but everybody has an opinion and everybody wants to bring ideas. And we need a leader that is able to make those people feel involved the same, because everybody counts. We don't hire stars, you know, we hire people.
Be kind, and I strongly believe in karma, and you know, I've seen a lot of people like try out, don't get a job, but just because they were nice, you remember them, and then, you know, next time around you just want to give them a job, or you'll give them a tip from some other job from like another company that you know is looking. So the more you have a reputation as a good human being, like, you know, the better your chances are at finding.
So if you're looking to get into the industry, I would say that you need to put yourself out there, definitely. You need to have confidence in your abilities. You know, what I've seen from the people who are aspiring to become the next, you know, concept artist, the next illustrator or environment artist, is you need to believe in yourself more. You're talented, you know, otherwise you wouldn't be here. And that's what I think. And I think the thing is, you know, you need to be able to have the confidence to approach the companies, but you also need to make sure you understand what it takes. Coming to these types of events, speaking to clients, speaking to us, hopefully will make you understand what it takes to make that first application, what you need to do. It's your portfolio. Your CV is just as important to a certain extent, and, you know, making sure with, like, if you're going to apply to a company, you know, address the company directly.
If they want to work on something else that they've been working in the past few years, do some personal stuff. Put it into your portfolio. Show people that you are flexible. Show people how you work with this, how you achieve that, that you actually, all right, this is I do for a living, like, you know, this Asian stuff, or I don't know, comic stuff, or realistic stuff, but I want to switch, and actually I can draw it. I know anatomy, I know how to draw anatomy, and do it, put it into your portfolio. It's extremely important.
Don't forget to put your portfolio link in. You know, it's these little things that make a big difference. If you've applied for a specific job, have a look at the job description, the duties, tailor your application, tell them, you know, why you think you can do this job. What do you do now that is actually what the job description is telling them, telling you that you need to do, you know, so that's your difference, I think.